Okay, y'all, so I am back. Everything's falling apart. Hold on 1 second. Okay, guys. I'm back. I'm off the clock. I'm free. I am headed home, and so I wanted to complete part 2 to where have I been and what have I been up to. So I told you guys about my Reno trip for my birthday, the cruise that I went on. I told you about my business and a little bit about my job. And so I wanted to kind of end the video with talking about black businesses. Black businesses. And I'm sorry I can't really look at y'all because I got to look at the road. California drivers are something different. Yesterday was Mother's Day, Sunday. And, I like to take my mom out, get her a gift, that kind of thing. And so I was like, they got a couple of new soul food spots about 20-30 minutes away from me. So I said, let's go try those out after church, And I made a reservation. However, I didn't make the reservation. I had to make a couple of stops. But tell me why. And I'm gonna insert this video, just a little bit of it in here. But it's a skit from the Black Lady Sketch Show when I used to play about Soul Food Purgatory. Why did I have that experience yesterday?
Soul Food, Saturday for soul food. Finally, we have a place in the hood that is actually owned by black folks. I heard the oxtails are to die for. Ooh, hi, table for two.
Oh, hey, babies. Read the sign.
What's she talking about? Oh, wait a minute. Is this a sit wherever?
Oh, that's okay. The sign probably just fell on the floor, so.
All right, girl.
Hey.
We about to tip 40% and give them a 6-star Yelp review because they deserve. It's hard to open a business in the hood.
Shit, my aunt's daycare got shut down. And that's just because it was a casino. Those little hands could shuffle fast, though. She's smart.
All right, dumplings, just give me a minute. I'm the only one working.
Oh, okay. See, that's why we have to support. That's the reason. If we just come here 57 more times, they will be able to have more servers.
On the bright side, business is booming. So let's see what these oxtails are talking about.
Sound bad.
Okay, Sugar Plums, I'm back. Now, before I get started, we're out of a few things.
That's okay.
The whole left side of the menu.
That's no problem. No problem. I will have the mac and cheese, sweet potatoes, and a Gordon salad.
Okay, my little precious moment, I got you.
And I'll have your famous oxtails, and to drink we'd like...
Oh, you order your drinks at the counter from the drink lady.
Hi, can we have 2 sweet teas with extra ice, please?
Only got warm sweet tea.
But you have ice, right?
Only for the iced tea.
So you have unsweetened iced tea, but if we want sweet tea, we cannot get ice?
Correct.
You know what? We don't need all that sugar anyway.
Yeah.
So, 2 iced teas.
2 hot teas. Got it.
I see what's happening.
I don't.
She's trying to hook us up with the good shit.
Okay.
2 hot teas, please. 2 hot teas. Okay. I think she heard us. That tea ran through me like the feds through my aunt's baby casino.
Excuse me, where's your bathroom?
Cost a quarter to get in, quarter to get out.
I don't have no change.
Me neither, girl. Just hold it. For the culture.
Here you go, muffin tops. Sorry about the wait.
Great. Can we please get some silverware?
We're BYO Silverware.
This is ridiculous. Come on. All I wanted to do was support our people, give them a fair shot.
Oh my God. You want to support black businesses, but we got to really, really get it together with our attitudes, our emotions, our ability to handle pressure. Like, we be slacking in those areas sometimes. Now, you know Mother's Day is going to be a jam-packed day. You know people just going to be showing up wanting to order takeout. You know people going to want seats. You know black people ain't going to always make reservations, which I did, and I ended up 20 minutes late. So they were like, you're 15 minutes, you're over the 15 minutes, so, you just have to be seated as a regular walk-in. Which I thought was kind of crazy, but whatever. We follow rules over here, so okay. So me and my mom, they're like, you could go wait in the waiting lobby, which is like, there's 2 doors to enter, so we had to go outside of the one door and sit in like their lobby area by the bathroom. Okay, fine. She tells us it's going to be about 10 to 15 minutes for them to seat you. I said, okay, fine, we'll wait. And then I'm kind of thinking like, it ain't gonna be no 10, 15 minutes because there was a lot of people already waiting to be seated. So I'm thinking in my mind, like, why did she even tell us that? Like, she knows she lying. But anyway, I just, I said, okay, whatever, just got out of church. Let's just go with the flow. And so we sitting there. And I knew they were going to take longer, so they had some vendors outside of their business. And I said, well, I'm going to just go look at the vendors. I ended up buying a tote bag just to support another black business. And come back in, still waiting. It's been past 15 minutes, but whatever. And so I sit down with my mom, and we kind of thinking like, should we leave? Like, should we just go somewhere else? And it's like, well, we didn't make no reservations to go nowhere else, so it's probably gonna be jam-packed wherever we go. And we were not thinking that it would take us that long to get food. I've never waited that long to get food in my life. I've never waited that long to be seated. I've never waited that long to take an order for somebody to take an order from me. And they brought out, when they did bring out my order, they brought out the wrong order. It was just crazy. And then when they brought out the right order, it was like, what is this? It was like, you could tell they just threw whatever on the plate. It was like, here you go. So, it took us about, I want to say, 40 to 50 minutes to be seated. So this is another thing, Lord Jesus. This is Mother's Day, right? So they had a DJ there, and the DJ was just not playing music. He wasn't setting the tone for Mother's Day. Like, it was more of a club feel. It was like, like he put in some good stuff, but like you would think you would do like oldies or like, something just like subtle and relaxing, and then he got to play it like, try to throw a little rap in there, or one song was like explicit a little bit. So it was just like, what are you doing? Like, it's mothers in here, and it was like church mothers in there, like elders in there. It's people over the age of 65 in there. Why would you be playing this? So that kind of threw me off as well. Then they sent us right next to his DJ setup. Like, his speakers were so close to my head that me and my mom had a headache after we left there. So that was one thing that kind of just threw us off. We was like, okay, whatever. But I started getting upset. I'm like, Mom, we could go. Like, anything will be better than this. Like, she's like, no. Let's just be patient. I think she just really wanted some soul food. Then she gonna talk about black people need to stop eating so much soul food. But I think she really wanted soul food, and that's why she didn't want to leave. But so anyway, we get seated. It takes us forever just to get water. They throw our waters on the thing, keep going. Like, it was so weird. So we started off with one waitress, and she was not catering to us. Like, she would put our drinks down, and like not allow us to ask any questions or say anything to her. She would just throw the drinks down and go straight to another table or go to the back. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, Lord, help me, help me, help me, help me. So we sat there. It probably took us 30-40 minutes just to get some water. She never asked us, you know, can we take a drink order? Can we get, you know, some drinks or anything like that? And but we're noticing that people who came in after us are being seated. Like, not only are they being seated, but their orders are being taken fast. And so I'm like, okay, so these are people who probably reserved. But I'm telling you guys, we got there at, I don't think it was even 2 yet. It might have been like 1:45, 1:50 when we got there. Guess what time we left? Close to 5:30. And I'm not talking about we just sat there and enjoyed our food. My mom got her food and she was able to eat a little bit of it. But by the time I got my order, I was ready to go. I was so ready to go that I didn't even sit there and eat. I just asked for it to go back to pay my bill because I was frustrated. Like, we was there, okay, 3.5, a little bit more than 3.5 hours. And we didn't even really get like the experience of just sitting at a restaurant and having fun. We just sat there looking stupid for 3.5 hours. No, the cook came out and did like something over the microphone. Our apologies, we're just so overwhelmed. But like, I'm just like this. Okay, Black business. First of all, planning is so important, especially for a day like Mother's Day. Black people go want to take their people out. We love to eat, we love to congregate in that type of way. So you know you're going to have an overwhelming response, right? So either you close early and say we're not taking any more tables, or you don't open at all on that day if you know that you can't handle it. They had young people there that probably didn't work there all the time because they had no kind of customer service training. Like, you couldn't even hardly stop them just to ask them a question. We wanted straws. We never got straws for our water. We wanted a drink. We never got the drink. Like, my mom ordered a drink and never got it. So they took that off the bill. It was just so ridiculous. And so we always trying to give these passes for Black businesses, but it's a lot of small businesses. A lot of other cultures and races, it's only 2 people in the kitchen. It's only, you know, a few people in the whole restaurant catering to people. And they have enough sense to let you know, hey, we're backed up. It's going to be a 45-minute to an hour wait. If you want to wait that long, it's on you. But they at least let you know up front, like, hey, we are a little overwhelmed. You might, you know, and it gives you the decision to decide. But they was being so greedy. You want to tell us 10, 15 minutes when you know it's going to be an hour wait just to get us seated? We got to do better. And I know it's a lot of Black businesses that operate in excellence, so I'm not like down in all Black businesses. But that ghetto-fied stuff, that just trying to make money and not really caring about your customers and not, you know, getting an attitude, being emotional, you could ruin somebody's whole Mother's Day. How you know somebody's mother didn't die? How you know somebody did just lose a child? You know, and you just treated people any kind of way. Now, that's not our situation. You know, I was there happily trying to celebrate my mother. But it did kind of shift the mood, you know? And I just feel like you have to have a plan in place for larger, you know, holidays or, you know, things, events like that for Mother's Day. You know, Black people gonna want to go to a soul food restaurant in most cases. They might not. But have a plan in place. I would have been fine. I would have rather them told me, like, today is just, we're overwhelmed. You know, we appreciate you coming out, and we're so sorry. Here's a voucher for a free drink the next time you come. You know, something like that to just show that you appreciate your people who are supporting your business. And if they would have had to turn us away and did something like that, I would have came back. I ain't never coming back to that restaurant. It was a horrible experience. It was horrible, and I'm not even sharing with you everything. My yams was undercooked. Oh, they brought out my mom's order wrong too. So they brought out most of her stuff right, but her size, one of her sides was wrong. And so I ended up, because I was supposed to get one of the sides that they had given her, I was like, I'll just take it or whatever. And I don't know if I was just super hungry, because I hadn't ate that whole day. I had a little bit of fruit before I went to church. And I hadn't ate anything else that day. I was waiting to, take my mom out. So I was starving by the time we finally got some food. Or by the time my mom was like, we could just share my plate. She's like, you just eat. She's like, because they did give her a lot of food. You should have seen my little straggly plate. It looked horrible. But anyway, how do y'all feel about that? I just need to know, like, should I give more grace? Do I have a right to be upset? I think y'all would have been upset. I think y'all would have said something. Y'all outspoken people might have said something. Because it was whack. And one guy, he wasn't even there as long as us, was complaining and trying to get his food before other people. And it's just like, man, we've been here way longer than you. So we couldn't get no dessert. It was horrible, man. Oh, and I'm gonna end it here. I dropped my card. I'm looking for my card on the floor. Card gone. People was walking in and out. Somebody got that card. I turned my card off real fast and ordered a new one because I know I had that card. But I said, we gotta do better, because I know I just dropped this card. I know I'm not tripping. I seen the card in my hand and I went to go just to pick it up and look for it, and somebody just swiped up the card that fast. Wow. So that was Mother's Day. I know I'm leaving out a lot, but it's just almost a headache to talk about it again. My mom left with a headache. She took some medicine. I had to give her some ibuprofen because she had a headache. Oh, and this is TMI, but what I did eat gave me the bubble guts. My God, from heaven, okay? But yes, that's been my life. This is my story. This is my soul. I said, what a Mother's Day. Man, my mom, she had patience. She had a lot of patience. But it just really upset me. My mom, her plate was nice, but I could eat mine at 15. She could take hers home and eat some the next day or whatever. I was just like, this is crazy. And it was good, but it wasn't nothing you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, ooh, yeah. It was good. I'll give them that. The macaroni and cheese was pretty good. And the succotash, I've had better, but it was good. Yams was, I told you about the yams, was a little undercooked. So, yeah, they gave me these 2 little straggly wings and 2 straggly. I thought they was gonna give me a fish fillet, because I think that's what it said. They gave me. Look, I don't even know if that was fish I ate. Lord Jesus, that's the end of that. That's the end of my rant. But please, black businesses, please don't treat your own so bad. I felt abused yesterday. That's what I felt. I felt abused. I felt like they could care less if I had to come back or not. And I won't. So you don't have to worry about me. But yeah, that's the Mother's Day. Had a soul food restaurant. I was in soul food purgatory. All right, y'all.